So, as predicted at the start of part 1, I had a feeling that the game might crash as soon as we started to go into the race, because that's what happened in the 2 races that I tried running since the patch has gone live. And yeah, wouldn't you know, as soon as we hit the start race, it crashed. So, that is definitely a bug that's part of the new patch. It might be worth, if you haven't installed the patch yet, holding off, because otherwise the game's going to crash on you potentially every time you go to start a race. It's going to make streaming interesting over the next couple of days until they do a hotfix for that. But yeah, we're going to jump back into the sprint weekend. It should be fine now, hopefully. Although, when I did it, it was at Bahrain both times. Once on the PS5, once on the PS4. So, the sprint race should now be fine. But I don't know if this is going to happen again when we get to the actual main race on the Sunday. So we could have a part 3. We'll just have to see what happens, I suppose. Luckily, the game auto-saves at the start of every period. So, here we are back at prep for the sprint. So we can just go like that. And like that. And then do the same for Lewis. And fingers crossed, we should be fine.
Our sprint today sees the drivers take on 17 laps of the Baku City circuit.
Expect to see plenty making the most of Baku's long, wide main straight. That's going to be their best chance to overtake and secure a strong result.
So then, it's time to see who wants that victory the most. Now's the time for the sprint here in Baku. And it's lights out and away we go.
Alright, let's see. We need a strong start for both our drivers. Let's go to high overtake.
Just show me what you've got now. Covering. Let's go for it. Yep.
So far we've been dropped down to 6th. Although we are still side by side with Sainz. Got a chance of getting him on the inside here. I think everyone's going to be on softs. Yeah, the whole grid's on soft tyres. Still side by side with Sainz. We might be able to get him here into the castle. Welcome, Sadio. And we had to back out. So, let's immediately go back into top-up mode for George. Calm his tyres down. Keep Russell, keep Lewis pushing.
Just manage these tyres. Coming.
We're going to tell Russell not to attack as well, so that Lewis doesn't have to drive defensively. He can concentrate on trying to get past Sainz. I mean, those Ferraris are quick compared to us at the moment, especially here, so this might be tough. And George is going to have a fight on his hands to keep Stroll behind him.
Push and hold, overtake. Covering.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off the cliff on that tyre. DRS has been enabled.
So DRS comes in at the start of lap 2 on the sprint as opposed to lap 3.
So we've got George behind.
So George is now vulnerable to Stroll. Didn't think about that. Otherwise I'd have kept George within a second of Lewis. Sainz already under pressure. He's looking to drop behind. He's now, over a second behind. Stroll trying to go side by side with Russell. And he's got him. We're in full deploy, so there's no point activating battle mode. Same here, we're again in full deploy, so no point doing it. And we're not getting through, so I'm just going to throw him into harvest mode now. Because we're in DRS range and science isn't, so we'll do the same here as well. We'll start recharging those batteries. Let's drop the fuel down. Let's settle into a rhythm. Get some battery back in the cars. Stroll is not close enough to Hamilton. Oh, he might possibly get him. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Oh, he did. Stroll got the DRS off the back of Russell, off the back of Hamilton there. Ah, that's frustrating.
Charge that pack.
Understood.
Might have to push Russell here just to get him back in range. Hopefully Lewis won't need to push. He can stay in that 1 second window, but we'll be prepared to push him if we have to. Can't lose the DRS here. We are a slower car, even with those new upgrades.
Use the overtake.
Yep.
And we're going to see if we can actually drop Stroll in the next couple of corners.
Pick up the pace.
Just to give Russell a better chance. As well as obviously getting onto the back of Sainz here. Have to be very sparing with your use of pushing the tyres, especially if you go full push, because they overheat so quickly, especially the soft tyres, which means higher wear rates and a loss of performance in general on top of the wear. Right, there we go. Let's close that down again. Let's go into harvest mode now. Back into harvest again.
Just work on getting that pack back up.
Stroll's not going to get the DRS on this straight here. Hamilton's going to go for it. Oh, squeezes alongside. Couldn't make the move though because he was in deploy. Sorry, in harvest mode. We're going to go to low on the overtakes, just to
look after the car.
Stop them from losing time by trying an overtake and failing, and also to stop them losing confidence for a failed overtake as well. Yeah, we'll try and stop them from trying to force the issue. Give them time to get their batteries recharged, stay within range.
Happy to pick up the pushing level.
Copy.
Again, Russell is struggling
Just push.
with the pace. He's just not quite there at the moment. He's not as comfortable in the car. Stroll's tyres are a little bit worse off. It's like some of these guys have been pushing a little harder than us. Sainz has managed to get himself back into the DRS. So now we're going to have to push Hamilton just to make sure he can stay with that group that's tucking up behind Alonso. The Ferraris and Alonso are going to have a good old scrap, but the Red Bulls are pretty much gone now. And let's see if we can get Russell onto the back of Stroll again. We'll just have to be more patient with the China charge rather than going into full recharge mode. We'll just have to keep them in top up. And Sainz at risk of dropping off again. The pressure we're putting him under is making him have to take the odd defensive line here and there, which is slowing him down slightly. Russell has now caught up to Stroll. Still in low overtake mode. Big gap now between Russell and the Alpines. 5 seconds already. And did Hamilton get dropped? No, he did make it in just. I think Sainz might have done. If he didn't, he's certainly about to. Don't think Lewis is going to get in the next one. No, he missed it. So again, going to have to deploy. Russell can sit back a little bit now, so we'll go into standard on the tyres.
Drop back a bit. Yeah, coming.
We'll just leave him tucked up behind for now. Pushing Lewis's tyres harder than I would like, longer than I would like, but our wear rate's still pretty good. You see the Ferraris are definitely pushing, trying to stay with Alonso and each other. Sainz is having to push to stay with Leclerc, and it's kind of forcing us to have to push to stay with Sainz. We're about to run out of battery, so this could be bad. I think we're close enough this time that we won't get dropped. Alonso's been pushing as well. He's caught back up to Perez just about. So I thought the Red Bulls were going to break away, but Alonso has pulled them back a touch. We are in range, and now you can see the tyres starting to get a bit hot. So there you can see the knock-on effect. We've got a spin for Norris. Oh.
Okay.
And clearly they're not what everyone in the garage would have...
I love that line from Norris. Makes me chuckle every time I hear that one. Has that damaged his tyres? A little. His tyres are now to 80%, so he has taken a little bit of damage with that spin there. Oh, Lewis having a lunge. Go on, son, complete the move.
Push.
George looking to go through as well. Lewis does get ahead. Excellent stuff. Let's slap him into top up. Let's cool those tyres down. George side by side with Stroll. I'm hoping that we can start pushing George a little bit more once we've got some battery in and try and break away from Stroll, see if we can catch up to the fronts a little bit. He's not too far off, a couple of seconds. It's recoverable. Hamilton should be able to stay in range here. Once again, the Red Bulls looking to try and break away from Alonso, who's having to defend vigorously from Leclerc. That's slowing him down. 10 laps to go. Did they have the tyre smoke? No. They did. I think they did on lockups, but on the spins, no, I don't think so. All right, Russell is in peak confidence right now. Just wish he had a little bit more battery. Let's push his tyres a little bit harder now.
Happy to start reducing that, management.
I'd really like to be able to start getting some proper battery back into Lewis's car.
Push.
Yep.
Come on, stay in range, please. I wasn't paying attention, I was too busy looking at George. We're out of range. No, we're just in range. Oh, thank God for that. Let's make sure we definitely stay in range on the next section. Yes, we do. Good.
And just charge the pack.
In fact, we're actually close enough to have a look at Alonso here. He's going for it. Come on, use everything you got left. Yeah, oh, nearly managed to squeeze through as well there. So, Lewis definitely liking the upgrades. Just don't have enough battery to really break away from Stroll.
Just reduce your speed.
You know nothing about sprint races. Okay, so sprint races in reality are a little different to how they are in the game. The system we're using in the game is how sprint races were last year. Now, last year there were only 3 sprint races on the calendar. This year there are 6, and right at the beginning of the season they changed the regulations for sprint races. So we're using last season's rules for sprint races, even though we're using this year's calendar. It's just the regulations came at such a late point that there was no chance for Frontier to change them effectively without causing big delays in the game. And obviously it's better to implement them in a working fashion, even if you're using technically last season's regulations. I mean, these were the regulations, as I say, until right before, and I mean literally right before the start of this season. So in the game, the way sprint races are working is how they worked in the championship last year. So on the Friday you have practice 1, and then instead of practice 2 you have sprint qualifying. Then on the Saturday you have practice 3, and then Saturday afternoon you have the sprint race itself instead of qualifying. And obviously, the sprint quali on the Friday afternoon is what determines the starting order for the sprint race. And then the position you finish in the sprint race, so what we're doing now, determines your starting position in the main race on the Sunday. That's how the regulations were last season and how they were up until, I think, the beginning of March this year. The regulations have now changed, and so sprint races in reality now this season, it is a self-contained Saturday for sprints. So Friday you have practice 1, and then after practice 1 you have qualifying for the main race on Sunday, and then on Saturday instead of practice 2, well, sorry, you have sprint, you have main qualifying instead of practice 2, and then instead of practice 3 on the Saturday in the morning you have sprint quali. And then in the afternoon, you have the sprint race. And so the Saturday is self-contained. You qualify for the sprint in the morning, you race the sprint in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, you race based on how the Friday qualifying session went. So you have 2 separate qualies. And the sprints this season now pay points for the top 8 positions. So 8th is 8 points, 7th is 7, 6th is 6, 5 is 5. Yeah, first is 8 points, second 7, all the way down to 1 point for 8th. In last season's regulations and how they are in the game, it's the top 3 that get a point. So 3 points for first, 2 for second, 1 for third, and obviously we're setting the order in the sprint for the race itself. So that's the sprints.
Just need to make sure to keep these tyres in good nick.
It's not perfect, so we are running regulations that are effectively now out of date. But hey, we have sprints, we have 6 of them in the game. We didn't have any sprints at all last year, so it's a step in the right direction. There's a chance we might get revised sprints being added in at some point with a patch down the road, but I would imagine I probably won't fix that till the next game. So expect them. The way I look at it, don't expect them to fix it this time. Expect it to be fixed in the next game, and if it does get fixed for this game, bonus. Alright, Brussels just got overtaken. That's fine. We'll use that to get him fully charged up. We'll go into low setup there. We'll make sure his battery's full, his tyres are okay, and then we'll sprint him like crazy to break away. Probably on the next lap. A tad confusing, but yeah, that's one of the reasons I think why they went for self-contained sprint weekends or sprint days. So, like I say, that's how it was last season. This season they changed it so that Saturday is pure sprint. So, quali for the sprint in the morning. Oh wow, Leclerc's suddenly on a push.
Just push.
We better catch up to him. Sainz is closing up to us as well. Our pace has dropped off a little bit. But yeah, Saturdays are now self-contained for sprints. It'd be nice to see that implemented in this game, but I would say work on the assumption it won't be, and if it does get implemented, that's a bonus. But if it doesn't, if you weren't expecting it to be, you're not that disappointed. Alright, here we go. Russell's almost ready to try and break away from Stroll. Hamilton is definitely falling behind. Leclerc is on a charge right now. He's pushing hard. He's got right onto the back of Perez, and we've got Sainz all over the back of us. Leclerc's actually going side by side with Perez here. Or trying to. Looks like he's been charging his battery up for a couple of laps. And last question for now, how many are there in the season? 6. There are 6 sprints. This is the first of 6. Second sprint weekend is... I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if Imola is... last season Imola was a sprint weekend. I don't know if it was supposed to be this year. Obviously, we didn't have Imola this year
So we are low on
because
battery.
of the flood. So I don't know if Imola's a sprint weekend. No, Imola was supposed to be on alternative tyre allocation qualifying, and that obviously got cancelled. So Imola's just a normal race weekend. So it's going to be Monza in real life this year. The first one was at Hungary, and the second one will be at Monza. But in the game, because hang on, yellow flag.
Yellow.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Just a spin. It's not going to bring out a VSC or a safety.
Now we're watching Esteban Ocon.
Shame. I was hoping for a VSC or a safety just to charge the battery up for free.
Just unable to bring the car under control.
Yeah, there are two ATAs where first quali 1 you have to use hard tyres. You get one set of hard tyres. Quali 2 you get one set of medium tyres. Quali 3 you get one set of soft tyres. The first one this season was supposed to be in Imola, but because that race was called off, the first one effectively became what was supposed to be the second one at Hungary, and they're now doing a second one at Monza this year to replace what wasn't done at Imola. But in the game it's Imola and Hungary, and Monza's just a regular qualifying session. Once again, at risk of dropping off. Trying to balance getting some battery in the car without falling off the back.
I just don't think about getting the pack.
We've been dropped quite dramatically by Stroll. I didn't even realise. I was too busy paying attention to Lewis and trying to explain sprints. Russell needs to start pushing to catch up.
So happy to push now.
Yeah, copy, all good.
Alright, we are in range. Tyres are still slightly better than everyone else's, but not by much. Yeah, sprint races last year were a bit of a gimmick. They didn't really work, apart from Brazil, which produced an amazing sprint race. And the year before as well. It was pretty much the same picture the season before last as well. The first two sprints didn't really do much, but the third sprint at Brazil produced a barnstormer. That was when Lewis had his rocket ship engine, and just carved his way through the field in both the sprint and then the race as well. And obviously last year Russell got his first win at Brazil. We are closing in on Stroll, even though last lap was slower. This lap we've been faster. We've taken half a second out of him already in the last couple of corners, so Stroll's obviously having to cool his tyres down or recharge his battery. Even Zane, yeah, fuel's fine. Russell's fuel will sort itself out in the next lap or so. Hamilton's already there. Fuel's not an issue. I desperately need to get some more battery into Hamilton. We're so close. To actually being able to get into the top three, well, maybe even fight for the win. Leclerc has just dropped out of range, so if we don't get him here,
2 laps remaining.
if we can get him on the next straight, that'll put us into third place.
Head down.
Again, Leclerc will not have DRS here. We will need to get this move done.
overtake is available.
We've got a little bit of battery in the car now to be able to push onto the back of the Red Bulls as well. I saw I started and then the message disappeared. Zane, you got to stop deleting your messages because I'm not getting a chance to read them before they're gone. Right, we have caught back up to Stroll. Russell's only really going to be in a chance with P7. Leclerc again outside of range. He started a Mercedes career though. Alright, come on Lewis, get this move done.
And it'll be one more lap.
Push and hold, overtake.
Come on, he doesn't have the DRS. We can at least get on the top. There we go. We get a point for this. And I've got just enough battery to try and get close enough to the Red Bulls for a run at the end of the lap as well. Maybe see if I can pick one of them off if I'm lucky. I should have spent more time focusing on George, but I was so busy trying to make sure that we had a chance with Hamilton to get past Leclerc and maybe get on the Red Bulls that we've kind of neglected him a little bit.
Just charge the pack. And let's push.
Russell is comfortably clear. I don't think I'm going to be able to get DRS on Verstappen here. And even though I can, he's going to get it on the back of Perez. Can we hold off? Let's see if we can hold off Leclerc. This is for a point. And also to start in P3 in the main race. And yes, we can. Russell's going to start in 7th.
3.
Great effort. This is really positive for us all, guys.
Really impressive drive.
Yeah, you've taken the checkered flag. Okay, that's E7. Nice job.
There we go. So, the Red Bulls 1 and 2, they will start on the front row in the main race. We will start alongside Leclerc. So we gained a couple of places for Lewis there. Puts him in with a shout as well. We were pretty quick. We had the pace. So that's encouraging for the Grand Prix itself.
And after today's sprint, it's a finish in the points for Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, this was a really clever bit of strategy, and it's great to see that pay off.
There is no podium for sprints. So that's why we didn't see one. We did manage to get George at 1 place as well.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder? And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
Well, whatever happens, it's sure to be a tremendous race day here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Alright, so let's have a look at strategy for the race. It's probably going to be a one stop. I'm going to look to go 29 laps on the medium and then switch to the softs with George. I'm just debating whether or not to start on the softs for Lewis. Might be it might be more important to start on the softs just to try and stay with the Red Bulls. I don't know. We've got the Ferrari to potentially act as a buffer. We'll see if we can finish strong. At least have a crack at stealing the fastest lap if we can't have the actual outright pace. Yeah, we'll pencil in for a lap 28 stop. Maybe look at an undercut. So we're going to take a lap of fuel out. I'm going to go really aggressive off the line. The medium should hopefully hold up a little bit better than the softs for that. Just got to be wary we don't burn our batteries too quickly, because then it will take a long time for them to recover. Alright, here we go.
Final checks are being carried out on the grid, and it won't be long until we get underway. The anticipation and excitement may be building up, but there's a cool head on Carlos Sainz.
Fifth place is a good starting point for them. Where can they go from here?
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. Here we go.
What am I hoping for? I'm hoping for a podium for Lewis. Russell, hoping to
and it's lights out.
Maybe get top 5. I don't know if he's going to have the pace for the Ferraris. He has been 3 to 4 tenths a week slower a lap than Lewis. We've got a yellow flag already. We've got a VSC straight away.
There's been a crash.
Now they did say there's a real chance of getting first lap, first corner incidents, and we got one.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today, that is for sure.
So, VSC straight away. Let's immediately cool those tyres down and save some fuel. We'll also charge those, keep those batteries in good shape.
Keep the delta positive.
We did lose out to Leclerc off the line, which I figured we probably would do. Let's take a look at tyres. As Yuki gets a 5-second penalty for that. He's already out the Grand Prix, as is Magnussen. Both of them are out. So that will be a 3-place penalty at the next weekend, which is Miami. So Perez is on the mediums, Verstappen and Leclerc are on the softs. Interesting. So our fight is potentially with Perez here. If he can hold up Verstappen and Leclerc and then break away from them, and we can get ahead of those two and then chase after Perez and stay with him, it might come down to between us and Perez for the win. We've got to be careful as well. Alonso and Sainz behind us on softs. They will try and jump us as soon as the race restarts. So the first lap under green flag conditions again is going to be very, very critical. And the VSC does not disable, completely disable DRS. It turns it off until the VSC finishes, and then it switches it back on again. But normally a safety car, you then have to wait 2 laps for the DRS to be reactivated. That doesn't happen on the VSC. So if we're still under VSC at the end of lap 2 and then into lap 3 and it comes back on then, we'll go straight to DRS. We won't have to wait 2 laps for that to kick in. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, because that will help us stay in range of those soft tyres in front of us. And Verstappen's tyres already looking a little worn. Does he not have a new set? Are they used, or has he just overheated them a little bit? Our fuel issues are already taken care of. I wish I'd taken 2 laps of fuel out now. But it's always a risk. I mean, there's a good chance of getting a safety car of some kind at Baku, but plan for it in terms of fuel load. There's every chance that the game will just go, yeah, no safety cars this race.
Here's the ending.
Probably. We can drop the lifting coaster now.
All right.
Use the overtake.
Yep.
So, DRS should switch on at the beginning of the next lap. They were 94 on the first lap. Okay, thank you, Farah. Yeah, so he wasn't starting with brand new softs then, he was using a set of scrubs. That's interesting, it means he might not have new softs at all. We've still got another set. I think we've got 2 more sets, actually. And we've got 2 sets of brand new mediums as well. And the Red Bulls are really going for it already. Leclerc's already a second behind. We're a second off Leclerc, but we're on a slower compounder tyre. And there is DRS activating. Can we get in the 1 second? I think we can. Yes, we can, with both of our drivers, so they will both get DRS. Leclerc is vulnerable here. If we can get a good run, we're a bit of a way off. What about Russell? Can he get Sainz? I think Sainz has DRS. No, Sainz has the DRS, so we'll just get close. But, we might be able to catch Leclerc out before we get to the end of the lap here. If we can and we can keep pushing, we might be able to get onto the back of Verstappen before the DRS activation, or before the DRS detection zone. Got to get past Leclerc first though. And that's looking tricky. We've managed to drop Stroll though, that's good. Stroll on softs as well. So he's going to be very quick accelerating out to the corners. Alright, we've got a run on Leclerc here. We should be able to get him on this straight. That will leave us vulnerable on the next DRS straight though. Unless Leclerc's pushing, in which case we might not actually be able to get him here. That would be preferable, actually, not getting him here. Getting him on the next straight. Tyres are starting to overheat.
Just reduce your speed.
Right, please, let's get Leclerc here. He feels the need to go defensive. Come on, Lewis. Not going to happen. Alright, we're going to tuck in.
I just have a think about getting the pack back up.
And again, we're going to tuck in here as well.
Just think about lift and coast efficiency.
I don't want to burn out all the battery. Leclerc will suddenly pick his pace up pretty soon and try and get onto the back of Verstappen. Hamilton runs the risk of being dropped already. now that we've backed him off. It's going to be a few laps yet before those softs really start to degrade any. We're vulnerable to Alonso. Alonso's going to get us. Again, that might not be a bad thing. Takes a bit of pressure off us. It creates a buffer springboard between us and Leclerc. Yeah, we're not going to be able to keep with Leclerc. We haven't got the battery to keep with him, and our tyres are already too hot. So we're just going to have to be a little bit more patient and wait for the tyres to come to us. Russell is hanging onto the back of Sainz, who himself is now flying on those soft as well. So yeah, we're gonna suffer a little bit here, but we'll have some faster cars to help us out in terms of staying within range of the leaders. And then towards the end of the stint, our tyres will be quicker. Stroll all over the back of Russell. The only downside to this is that it is going to really hurt our confidence because we are getting overtaken a lot.
Yeah, there's only so much I can do.
Stroll has got through. Again, those soft tyres give so much more grip than the mediums.
Let's look after the car. And
already we're a second and a half off the back of Sainz. We pushed too hard at the start and we haven't got anything to fight back with at the moment. So Stroll's going to be our last resort. We've got to hang on to Stroll until the softs start to wear a little bit, and then we'll be able to come back again. The only drawback is that Verstappen is definitely in a good position here. He's hanging onto the back of Perez, who's pushing on soft tyres, and Verstappen's on the mediums. So while he's holding on to him, he's going faster than his potential pace would be. Oh, no worries, Cobra. Every race that I stream, the replay always goes up on the channel as soon as it's finished processing. So if you can't see it all, the replay will be there. You'll be able to watch it. You know, I don't delete the streams. They stay up permanently. So you'll be able to come back in and pick up where you left off when you wake up tomorrow.
Losing ground.
Pace is still good, let's just keep it up.
Push and hold it, overtake.
Copy.
Right, got to stay on the Stroll.
Pick up the pace.
Can't afford to get dropped by Stroll. Stroll's going to be pushing as well. He's going to try and catch up to Sainz. Verstappen's taking the lead. That should hopefully slow pace down a little bit at the front. Make it a little easier for us to stay in range. But we're going to have to burn battery to do it, which I don't like doing. Alright, need a good launch. Need a good launch. We should get the DRS, hopefully. It's going to be close. Yes, we've got it. Excellent. I can go back into top-up mode.
And just charge the pack.
Do the same with George. George did not get the DRS. Damn it. Another yellow flag. Oh, bits of carbon fibre. And that's a Red Bull. That's Verstappen.
Crash here.
And I think he hit Perez. Oh, he did. Perez has got front wing damage but kept on going. Verstappen got some damage and is dropping
And
back.
just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
And now we have a chance. We have a real chance of a podium. And Max has got a penalty as well. He's got has he got some front wing damage? I don't know. Perez has got damage. Perez missing a good chunk of his front wing on that right side there. Verstappen's going slow. He's got to have some form of damage. Maybe he's got suspension damage. Our tyres are overheating.
So just charge that pack.
Understood.
Come on, George. Is George in range? Almost.
Just manage these tyres.
Copy.
He should be able to get in range because Hamilton's got a delayed launch here by putting the battery in full charge. Now we can put full charge on Russell. Perez is going to dive into the pits. This may give us an opportunity. Perez is staying out. Perez is going to stay out with that broken wing. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. A little whoop from Lewis.
So currently P5.
And his battery's almost charged again. Excellent stuff. So, good news, Red Bulls are out of contention for a while, if not the entire race. Bad news is we're now 5.5, 6 seconds behind Alonso and the Ferraris. But they are on the softs, we're on the mediums. Their pace will start dropping off and we will start closing them down. At the moment, I intend to try and shadow Stroll as best I can here.
So you can pick up the pace.
Make sure I don't get dropped. Stroll's going to start pushing again. I'm pretty sure of that.
And think about left lifting coast.
Understood.
Right, we're still in DRS range.
Just need to make sure keep these tyres in good nick.
Is Perez going to pit this lap? If he is, he's going to... No, if he was going to, he can't because we blocked the entrance to the pit lane.
Charge the pack.
Understood.
So again, we're just protecting Lewis's confidence level here by not having him trying to attack until I'm ready. And that will be the end of the lap. We'll try and get past Stroll. We do need to start looking to
Start reducing that management.
break away from Perez. That's going to happen pretty quickly. So I'll leave Russell like that for now. Russell does not have the pace for a podium unless the Ferraris do a Red Bull and take themselves out of contention, or the Astons, or combination of the both. Lewis is our best chance at the podium, or better today. When you're 3/10 of a lap slower than your teammate, there's only so much you can do. But in a few laps, hopefully Russell's pace will start to come better compared to the soft tyres as they start to degrade.
You saw everything is okay, something feels odd.
Oh, his gearbox is wearing down. That's going to be an impact on his acceleration. Verstappen all the way down at the back here.
Use the overtake.
Yep.
Let's go for it.
And we are bleeding time behind Stroll here.
Drop the lift and coast for now. We'll pick it up later.
We've just got to go for it now. Still considering the undercut with Lewis. Coming off the mediums a little earlier than planned to try and gain some ground on fresh softs. We are definitely one-stopping this race.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off the cliff on that tyre.
Yep.
And you have a push and hold overtake available. Okay.
And Leclerc now nearly 2 seconds off the back of the front two. He's dropping away. We've got a run on Stroll here. He's gone very defensive. We should be able to swoop around the outside of him. Is he going to have the launch to get to the line before we do? No, which means he'll probably get the DRS. Damn it, he did. Alright, we'll tuck in. Let's cool the tyres down. Stroll's still a little too quick. Russell's still lapping faster than everybody behind. Perez doing 154s effectively. He's going to start dropping down the order like crazy. Verstappen looking fast. Now that he's got his front wing, if it needed fixing, dealt with, but he'll have new tyres and he's served his penalty. He's on mediums. He might have to convert to a two-stop. I don't think those mediums will last the distance. Yeah, I know George's gearbox is starting to go, but there's nothing I can do about that mid-race. We'll just have to replace it at the end of the race. Tyre-wise, we're still in pretty good shape. We've got very, very good mediums compared to the other mediums around us. Lost about a second to Alonso and Sainz over the last lap. They're starting to scrap with each other now. Hopefully that will slow them down. We are closing on Leclerc though. Right, here's a chance. And we got him. Excellent. So let's turn off the battle assist and just keep pushing. And let's see if we can actually break away from Stroll. Want to get clear of him. Don't want to drag him along with us, especially once our tyres start to have a better pace than the softs. Last thing we want to do is bring a soft along at a faster pace than it should be able to do.
And just have a think about getting the pack back up.
I'll leave the tyres a little bit high for a little bit longer. This is less about trying to hunt down Leclerc. That's going to happen naturally over the next 5 laps or so. 5 to 10 laps. It's more about making sure that we've got a gap enough to Stroll that he can't just push for a lap and immediately catch us. So George is doing a 150.3, which is very similar to Stroll. So he's at the point where he's about to start lapping a little bit faster. Let's cool these tyres down for Lewis now. But we'll have to keep an eye on that gap, make sure that Stroll doesn't suddenly start trying to close the gap. 4.5 seconds to Leclerc, who's now 3 seconds off the front two. What's Leclerc doing lap time wise? Oh, yeah. Oh, again, we had a fast push lap, so we can't really compare times yet, but it looks like they're slightly faster than us still. The front two definitely are, but they're DRS swapping with each other. Stroll trying to close that gap again. He might get it here, actually. He's just going to get it. God damn it. Well, there you see, he did a 148.7. He pushed hard that lap. We're lapping about the same kind of pace as the leaders, and he went a second quicker than that, so he's pushing like crazy to get back in range. He's going to swoop on through again. That's okay. We'll use him to cool our tyres, charge the battery again, and then we'll go again. Another yellow flag. Oh, it's a red flag. Oh, now that changes things.
So red flag, red flag.
What happened? Who crashed? Oh, is it Perez? No, it is. Perez broke his car on the racing line. Yeah, no wonder it was red flagged. There's an extra race this season where allowance is made regarding to the wearable part. No, so it's still 3 engines, 2 ERS and 4 gearboxes. So, we have a choice now. We've got 2 sets of brand new softs for both, well, 3 sets for our drivers here. So we could try and make this a 2-stop race, push really hard on a set of softs, and then switch for another set of new softs. Or we could go hard. This is a big boost for Verstappen if he's got another set of mediums. Actually, no, he doesn't, because he started on mediums, didn't he? So Verstappen's going to be in a similar boat to us. His tyres will be slightly better. But all the guys who started on softs, this is a real chance for them to try and... They'll go either hard tyres or mediums If they go mediums, they might have to stop again. If they go soft, so if they go hards, they'll be going to the end. What do I do? I mean, a hard tyre will last, but it's so much slower. I mean, I could go medium again, and then I'd still have to make another stop because I'm only using one compound. So we may as well go soft tyres and just do a double soft pit for both drivers. That's come at a really bad time for us, that red flag. Perez is out, Verstappen's at the back of the grid. So
the track is ready, and so are the drivers.
Was it Max on softs, Perez on mid? I thought it was the other way around.
And it's lights out.
Oh, bit of judder on the restart there. I sworn that was the other way around. I mean, we could, if we really look after these tyres, we could potentially make them last, but it's a risk.
So happy to push now.
Okay.
Push and hold, overtake.
Copy.
Just show me what you've got then.
So everyone in front is on mediums as expected. So we need to get past them and we need to get away from them quick. Russell, let's put you in top up. Let's save some fuel. Let's put you on a slower tyre pace. Let's get Hamilton through first. Oh God, that looked like we're about to hit the wall then. Ah, yes, you're right. Max's softs were 94%, yes. Alright, so Max has got a brand new set of mediums then. Yeah, brand new mediums for Max. So Max is going to go probably to the end. The guys on mediums are going to try and go to the end as well. But it's a long run on those mediums, so they will be really ropey at the end.
And let's push.
Understood.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Yeah, copy.
And it will be 2 laps of racing before the DRS switches on the 3rd lap. Need to clear Stroll quickly here. Stroll's pushing. Sainz and Alonso are pushing as well. They're pushing to try and break away. Alright, we're not getting through until DRS kicks in, I think.
Just work on getting that pack back up.
Understood.
Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick. Just up the lift and coast a little more.
Let's get Russell back in range and get him away from Gasly. Hamilton's about to drop off. Stroll is really pushing hard right now.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Yeah, copy.
So DRS is active. Russell has got it just on the back of Lewis. We're 1.5 seconds off those two in front of us, and we're on better tyres.
Just charge the pack.
Yep.
Charge the pack.
Oh, George sneaking through. Okay, right, let's put Lewis into
Just charge that pack.
don't fight teammate mode. Let's let George have a crack then. He's obviously looking and feeling very racy on this set of tyres.
Let's look after the car.
Make sure we don't get dropped. There we go. Enough of a squirt just to make sure that we've stayed in the 1 second range running through these corners here up to the line. That line there on the exit of that corner was the DRS detection point. That's our fastest lap for Russell. Right, let's program in our new strategy. So we're going to have to make another stop, I think. These softs won't last. It's just a question of when we stop. And it looks as though lap 33 is the target lap. Bit more of a window with Lewis. We'll go lap 34 so that they don't trip over each other. But we can't spend long behind these guys. We do need to get past them, and quick. Because they will be able to go to the end, I think. Trying to get those tyre temps back under control. So that we can just hammer them and push to get past effectively. If they're overheating when we start to push, they're going to be useless after a few corners. Still too hot now.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off the cliff on that tyre.
Yep.
Into Russell vision.
Just stay close to him.
Come on, George. Find a way past. There we go. Up the around the outside becomes the inside of Stroll. Can we have a lunge on Charles? Yes, we can. Oh, great stuff.
Let's keep this up. Come on! This is good. It's currently P3.
And his confidence is maxed out thanks to that double overtake. He's closing in on the back of Sainz and Alonso very fast here. He's almost out of battery though. So we're going to go into harvest. I probably should have waited till we got on the out of the corner first before I did that. Can we hang in? No, we're going to lose the DRS. Ah, shit. All right. Hamilton is dropping out of range. Let's speed him up a little bit.
Pick up the pace.
Russell's got the DRS. Excellent stuff. Right. Let's calm those tyres down. Let's tell him to go low overtake.
Be careful with the car. Happy to start reducing that
Tyres need to cool down, but I'm losing time again. Have enough battery to push. Alright, we're just going to have to trust Russell can hold him off. Get it done. Hamilton's back into range.
I just have to think about getting the pack back up.
Leclerc has dropped Stroll, I think. Yes, he has. So if Leclerc gets us, again, it gives us the opportunity to, which is going to go into harvest mode and really save that battery up a bit. There we go. We'll get the DRS here.
Nice job. So that's currently P3.
This is okay. I'm fine with this.
Just reduce your
We'll get him on the main straight next time. Just getting those tyres back into a really good window for another push. There's a bit more battery in the car as well. See if we can drop Stroll again. It's close. It's very close. He might just hang on in, and Hamilton's just going to get dropped.
Let's just work on getting that pack back up.
Understood.
Yeah, Stroll did just get the DRS there.
Let's push and get past him. good.
Let's take a closer look. Now this was at turn 3. They decide to give it a go.
Russell reinvigorated on these softs. He was struggling on the mediums, but he's really turning it on.
Says thank you very much.
The fact he's at peak confidence really helps as well, because that is such a nice boost to his stats. There you can see he's got +7 on his stats, on all of them, because his confidence is absolutely maxed out. He's already on the back of sights.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Yeah, you have to activate the help info bar, you know, by pressing L3 to see the stat breakdown. But yeah, maximum confidence gives you a huge boost to your stats. You can absolutely carve through traffic like it wasn't there when your confidence is maxed out. Russell is flying right now. We need to do a little bit more work on Lewis.
Use the overtake. Okay. Okay, let's go for it.
Understood.
You're doing a great job though. Currently P5.
Hamilton just went purple in the first sector there. This could be a new fastest lap.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Leclerc's pushing hard now. He wants to close back up onto Russell. He's got the DRS. Russell just dropped out.
So you are fastest on track.
And that's the new fastest lap for Lewis.
Need more power.
Just do what you can.
So happy to push now.
And now we've got Lewis into peak confidence as well. So again, don't fight teammate. Just calm those tyres down, save a bit of fuel, try and save the battery.
Just need to make sure to keep these tyres in good nick.
Looks really good for us at the moment, but we've still got another stop to make, and most of these medium runners probably won't stop again. So yeah, we're going to have to do this all over again. We'll have a bigger tyre offset than this time round, but it's still going to be tricky. Yeah, I need to keep Russell at a decent tyre pace. He's about to get dropped again. Come on, Russell, stay in range. Get in range, get in range. Ah, he's getting dropped again. This is the problem when you push the tyres too hard for too long, is that they start overheating and you start losing performance. and then you have to go into a lower tyre setting, which loses your performance to cool them down. It can become a really vicious cycle. I might say cycle. I can never remember, is it vicious cycle or vicious circle?
If we could just drop back a bit.
And just charge the pack. So pick up the pace. And we can drop the lift and coast for now, we'll pick it up later.
Alright, Russell's in range. Sight is vulnerable.
Charge the pack.
Lewis is going to have to defend hard here. Verstappen's up to 11th. Been cutting his way through. Alright, Russell's tyres still way too hot. Hamilton's tyres back into the right kind of window.
Let's just keep it up. So just charge that pack.
Getting dropped again already. Come on. I tell you what, a safety car in about 5 laps time would be perfect. Not a red flag. If it's a red flag, AI is going to put on new softs if they've got them. They might even put on used softs. But a safety car would be awesome. I need more battery.
Just push.
Understood.
We need to start reducing that management.
Alright, we got past again. Alright, let's go into slow. Try and manage those temps. We'll push towards the end of the lap. Assuming Leclerc isn't on a flyer, he's already trying to sprint away from us, look. He has done already. Right, how far ahead are we from Gasly? Only 15 seconds, it's not enough. What's Gasly doing lap time wise? Less than we are. New fastest lap for Leclerc, and we are now lapping slower than we need to. Oh, Stroll's through, isn't he? He's closing on Hamilton. I'm going to box early.
Box.
Yes, box.
I'm going to empty the battery
Overtake.
and just try and
Yep.
make sure we get out ahead of Gasly.
Just stay close to him.
And then we'll have clean air to just run a good pace. We'll do the same with Lewis as well. On the next lap, we'll have a sprint lap. We'll empty the battery, try and get him ahead of Gasly, and then let him run in clean air as well. We're not too far off the window. I mean, the window opens on the next lap for Russell anyway, so we're not boxing that much earlier, 4 laps earlier than we initially planned, but the tyres will easily last.
Just reduce your speed.
Copy. Just close up.
Right, need a good stop. .4, not bad. Little
Just
bit of
keep an eye
judder.
on your mirrors for cars coming.
There's Gasly. Oh, we just made it. Ooh, that was close. Right, now we should be able to push. Let's get those tyres warmed up. The risk here is that Russell drags Gasly forward a bit. Well, his tyres aren't warmed up yet, so there's every chance that he's not lapping fast enough yet.
So we are low on battery at the moment. Let's just work on getting that pack back up. Okay.
I think we're going to come out just behind Gasly here. Oh shit, I forgot to box him. Oh well, we set a new fastest lap. 1:46.5. We'll box Lewis this lap.
Okay, so box.
We were mighty in that middle sector till we ran out of battery. Right, tyres are up to temp.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Copy.
Right, keep him behind. Keep him behind. He's going to get past. Yes, George, really.
Overtake is available.
Yep, fine.
There we go.
Just keep the pressure on. You can do this.
Leclerc has broken past Alonso and Sainz here. So when he pushed, he really pushed. He went from 4th to 1st. One thing I have noticed, the AI seems to be able to sustain the push longer than
Yeah,
I feel comfortable sustaining pushes.
On that tyre.
Understood.
It's going to be close, but I think we are going to come out behind Gasly still. 2.4, slightly faster by about 0.03 of a second than Russell there. There is Russell and Gasly. Oh, we might get him actually. Oh, no, just behind. But in DRS range, that's the important thing. We won't get it coming out the pits, but we're in range. Gasly's tyres are almost ready to burst in terms of their pace bubble.
And just charge the pack.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
I got damaged.
Yeah, copy, Lewis. We'll look into that. Use the overtake. Sure, keep these tyres in good nick. So just charge that pack. You're fastest man on track. increasing lift and coast just a little.
Understood.
How long was I muted? Have you heard me talking at all over the last couple of minutes? Okay, so basically I laid out the whole plan is that we're going to keep Hamilton behind for another lap or two, just so while he is in the DRS of Russell, we can bring those tyre temps down a little bit. We can put him in harvest mode to fill his battery a lot quicker, and then we will switch the positions round. We'll get Russell to follow and not attack. We'll then basically use Hamilton as a tow, and we'll take the pair of them up together in a train, hopefully, to have a crack at the front runners. We're taking over a second a lap out of Stroll at the moment. So one more lap like this, I think, and then we'll switch positions. Gasly's boxed. Interesting. Gasly, the first of the other softs to box. Well, he was on softs, so yeah, he had to box. Well, I feel more confident about the fact that we had to go soft. I mean, we could have possibly stretched those softs, but they would have been utter garbage by the end of the stint. Is anyone else running softs? They've already stopped. Albon, Sargent, Bottas, Zhou. Piastri went hards at the restart. Interesting. Got no pace at all. I've got to do this at just the right spot. If I do it too soon, Russell will lose a huge chunk of time pulling over. If I do it too late, he will get overtaken and suffer the penalty. If we do it here, it's a very short run to the next DRS. He should stay in range. Yes, he did. And now he won't attack. We can drop him into a lower setting.
If we could just drop back a bit.
And now We can let Lewis lead the charge.
Yep.
15 laps to go. We are 19 seconds off the lead. Alonso's looking quick. Is he on a push? He must be. So we're going to try and strategically use tyre pushing to close the gap without really using the battery too much. We'll use it where we have to, but I want to have a decently full, if not full battery by the time we catch Stroll, so that we can sprint from Stroll as fast as possible to get A, clear of him, and B, as close to the Ferraris as we can before we have to start charging the batteries again.
And let's push.
Understood.
So it's these areas here where we're going to be towing Russell that we're going to be pushing Hamilton's tyres. Then we'll go back down to standard for the rest of the lap. – 147.5. Alonso at 146.5. Wow, he is really pushing right now. I wonder if he's thinking of a stop. And Leclerc's going with him.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Yep.
Make sure I've got no battle assist on for either driver. No, good. Get to use the full 2 megajoules now. Once we go into neutral, we're pretty much close enough to full batteries to do that as well. With Hamilton, Russell could do with a little bit more. Alright, take it easy, Zane. Thanks for stopping by. And you will be able to catch the conclusion of the race on the replay, which will go live in a couple of hours once it's finished processing.
Pick up the pace.
Understood.
And you see the drop off from Alonso. Now he's stopped his push. 2 seconds slower. We took a second out of Alonso on that lap. We took 2 seconds out of Stroll. We're going to be on him at the end of this lap. Wow, Verstappen's in 7th. Just seen that on the leaderboard. He's fought his way back up. It's a long way behind us. And he's lapping considerably slower than us, but he's lapping a lot faster than Norris. Trying to manage the temperatures so that these tyres don't overheat. I want them in a good operating window for when we attack Stroll and then sprint past him. Saving a little bit of extra wear on Russell at the moment as well, which is good. I think Stroll might be trying to push. Hamilton's tyres getting a little hot. We'll leave them up in this pace setting this lap. Is Stroll trying to push? Did a 149.2 last lap. What does he do this time round? A 48.2. He goes a second faster. He's trying to push. He knows we're coming. "12 laps to go." We are still too far off the front runners to treble them for the win, but Stroll we're easily going to get. Sainz is vulnerable. I'm not sure if we can get onto the front too. Depends how much time we catch. We close down when we push, which I'm going to do now, so we can try and catch Stroll.
So you pick up the pace. Okay. And think about that lifting coast.
I'm going to see if I can catch Stroll before we get to the DRS detection point.
So happy to push now.
Oh yeah, we're on him already. Look, we'll be on him before the line easily. How you doing, Davito?
Just show me what you've got then.
Yeah, copy. So let's get after it.
So we just say hammer time.
Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick.
Come on, say hammer time. I want to hear him say it's hammer time.
So head down.
Love that little whoop.
This is awesome work, come on. Let's just keep pulling the gap.
Come on, say it. It's like, say the line, Bart. It's hammer time. He's not going to say it, is he? God damn it.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, Roger.
Stroll's trying to fight. He's trying to stay with him. Or is it just that we're melting the tyres? It might be that we're melting the tyres as well.
So we're low on battery at the moment. Let's just work on getting
He's going to get me. He's going to get DRS off me. Oh, it's a red flag. Oh, okay.
red flag.
Everyone's going to change tyres. We're going to have more brand new softs to put on, but what? Oh! Have Alonso and Leclerc just taken themselves out? Alonso's still going. I think Sainz is Leclerc out, or is that Sainz? It's Leclerc. Leclerc's out. Okay, we're 4th and 6th. We've got brand new softs. I think we're the only team. Oh, damn it. I put no changes. Can I go back? I can't go back. Oh, no. Damn it. I just screwed up on George. I pressed square by mistake instead of X.
Not for the first time today. The drivers are lined up.
Damn it, now George is going to have worse tyres than the cars he's chasing.
And it's lights out. And away we go.
We need to start reducing that management.
Copy. Use the overtake.
Understood.
Well, it's cleared the gap for us. Hamilton's a real good chance of a win now. Sainz has got really good tyres. Stroll's got really good tyres. Alonso's tyres are better than Russell. I think we've screwed over Russell here. Inadvertently. We're past Stroll. Let's ride the ham cam. We got fuel to just push like crazy for the rest of the race. Luckily, there's not a huge number of laps left, so...
And just have a think about getting the pack back up.
Yep.
Let's try and do it this way. Use battle assist rather than outright push. We've almost dropped Stroll already. I'm guessing the DRS will activate straight away because there's only a few laps to go. Hamilton's tyres already overheating. Come on, Russell. I just dropped out of range. Alright, we've got to push him. Let's turn off the battle assist.
Push and hold, overtake.
Yeah, copy, all good.
Let's go for it.
Let's close up.
Reduce your speed.
Come on.
These guys are just pushing like crazy. Really don't want to overheat the tyres. Might have to. Might have to really push them.
Just push.
Understood.
Russell's vulnerable to Verstappen. I completely forgot about Max. Alright, well, we'll do what we can to help Russell out, but his race is effectively ruined because we messed up on his tyres.
So it should be 6 laps.
Yep.
DRS is now active. Stay with him, George, as best you can. It's going to be tough.
Keep the pressure on. You can do this.
Go on, have a lunge, have a lunge.
Just do the best you can.
Get him out of battery.
You don't fall off the cliff on that time. Just charge that pack.
Problem I found is that the AI always pushes ridiculously fast for the first couple of laps, and you have to push ridiculously fast just to keep up with them. And then they back off for a lap or two to try and cool things down. gives you a chance to try and cool down, but then they start pushing again, and it's just, you can't make any progress. Unless you're
5 laps.
lucky on a braking move. You have to go super aggressive, longer than they can, which is not easy to do. We're going to have a crack here at Alonso. See if we can box him in. No.
Pretty hot.
Right, Alonso's trying to go side by side with Sainz.
And just charge the pack.
See if we can maybe bring Russell onto the back of Max and Stroll. Gotta hope that Stroll can keep Verstappen behind for a while, because if Verstappen gets a sniff of the back of us, he'll just take us. Running out of laps again. Don't have any battery.
How many more laps?
4 laps remain.
Let's just manage these tyres.
We've got to be so careful here that we don't pull too far away from the front and give Stroll a sniff, because he'll take it, and that will force us to go slow to defend, and we'll lose touch with the front two. I'm just trying to get those tyre temps back down a little bit so I can push them really hard again. I'm trying to get some battery in the car so we can throw the car down the straights. It's going to come down to a hopefully a mighty last 2 laps, I think. And I think we just broke Stroll, which means he's vulnerable to Max. George is already nowhere.
3 to go.
Come on, Stroll, hold him back, hold him back. Oh, he's not even trying to defend. Max is just going to sail on up the inside. Right, tyre temps are back under control. Now I've got to try and make sure that Max doesn't get into our DRS, which I don't think is going to go very well. If Max gets in our DRS, we're in real trouble, and I think it will happen. If we're really, really careful, really lucky, we might be able to hold him off at the end of this lap. It's going to be so tight. I'm going to have to sprint as soon as we get to the end of the second sector, and hope I can pull enough of a gap on acceleration to stop him crossing the detection line within 1 second. It'll also hopefully give me a run on Alonso here. Right, Max is outside of the 1 second, so he won't get DRS. Come on, be brave, Lewis, be brave.
We've got 2 laps remaining.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's second. And now we've got a run on Stroll. Oh, sorry, on Sainz. We got him. We got him.
Swerve, Lewis.
We got peak confidence at just the right time as well.
So you just stay online.
We're not going to be able to pull away. This is the crucial straight. Oh, he's side by side. Come on, block him off, block him off, block him off. No, he's going to get us. Fight. Fight, 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 fight. Come on.
Let's just keep our heads down.
Everything you got. Come on. Oh, got squeezed. Got a good run, though. Got a good run. That's the one silly thing about the new side-by-side battling mechanics is the is the fact he got us. We're out of battery. Oh God! Right. Hopefully we can get him on straight. I've got nothing left to give you, Lewis. You've got everything I've got. We're going to be vulnerable to Alonso. Sainz is pushing. I don't even know if we're going to get the DRS. Come on, stay in range. Please stay in range. Yes, we're in range. Well, I don't think we're going to get Sainz, but this should help hold off Alonso. Oh, I'll take P2.
So
I will take P2.
Okay, so that's P2.
Ooh.
Happy with that result.
I haven't seen anything from you, Mr. Otter, since you said Evening DeVito.
Checkered flag is out. That'll be P6. Highest job.
Yeah, we got P6 from Russell. Could have been better, but we screwed up and cycled through onto his, off his tyres before I selected them. That was my stupid mistake. Adrenaline was pumping and... But P2, so close to our first win with Mercedes.
Drive from Lewis Hamilton.
That was an excellent performance. They set out with a great strategy, and it paid
And
off.
no Max
with an
on the podium.
impressive podium finish.
It's hugs all round for the team, In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. The highly decorated record breaker from Stevenage once again taking to the podium.
That marks their first.
Oh God, yeah,
podium of the
Alonso
season
got a penalty.
too. A proud
So Max
moment.
does get the podium. I completely forgot about that.
And
Alonso
before
getting
they
that
get
5
back
second
to
penalty.
work, I think it's time to cool off here in Azerbaijan.
Oh, all your chat messages have disappeared. Okay, that's weird. I can still see them.
And as proceedings start to wind down here, what will Mercedes have made of this result, Karun?
They'd certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
Well, everybody, that's all from us here in Baku.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
So, a great race for Sainz, helped out by the fact that some of his rivals decided to take themselves out of the equation. Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, although Verstappen did fight back all the way up to third. Fernando's penalty dropped him to fifth in the end, but Russell was just a little bit too far back. Just didn't have any pace left in those tyres against newer softs for everyone in front of him. So, it's mixed bag, but very happy to get a second place. Very happy indeed. The car's definitely got some pace with those upgrades. The new rear wings definitely helped. The next big upgrade might well be a front wing. Try and get a little bit more downforce on the car. I'll see. We need to take some more drag off the car as well. Big points for Ferrari in the constructors there. You can see they close the gap a little bit to Red Bull. We actually scored them a point more than them. Just. Because no points for Charles Leclerc. So we actually closed the gap to 20 points. We were 21 points off them. We are... Oh wait, is this points combined with the sprint? No, I don't think so. I think this is race points. But the overall constructor standings, is that including the sprint? I don't know. Let's see. No, it's not. That's why the gaps are slightly bigger than I was expecting because of the sprint as well. So, let's have a look at pit stop times. We actually got quick pit stops. That's the first points we've scored on the DHL Pit Stop Challenge this season. So that moves us all the way up to 6th. Red Bull just stomping away at the moment. McLaren have been quick all season, and apparently they were not today. Nowhere near the top 10, apparently. And there you can see we were a tenth, just over a tenth off with Lewis and 1.5 tenths off with Russell to the quickest times. So yeah, we are getting there. Our crew is definitely improving. No points for Mick again. I would say we won't be putting Mick in the car until a few more races yet. We want to get a little bit more pace in the car and get our drivers nice and confident while the car is not as competitive as it could be. And then once we do have a slightly better car, we can think about throwing Mick in a couple of times and start to level him up a little bit as well. Not sure if we're going to keep him at the end of the season yet. New front wing design is ready. Let's have a look at the new front wing and the new side pods as well. So, if we go to manufacturing, let's have a look at the new front wing. This will give us a slight improvement, a very slight improvement to acceleration. It will give us a little bit of a boost to our cornering speeds, a little bit of improvement to our dirty air, a little bit of improvement to braking, and a little bit of weight reduction as well. So that will help. This was just a minor upgrade. There were no hours put into this. So let's see. Next race is in 4 days. If If I were to rush these, I could get 2 with a 3rd in time for the Grand Prix itself. Let's go ahead and rush 3 of those. Let's have a look at side pods. We've got brand new side pods here. There's no rush to get these on, so we'll just do these at a normal time, I think. Let's see, 18 days to Imola, so that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll make 3, so we've got a spare one, and we'll have new side pods available for Imola. Let's see, we've got loads of slots available in design and research. How long till the next ATR period? Oh, it's here. Excellent. We will do that tomorrow. Is there anything else I need to manufacture now before I forget? Let's have a look at our warehouse. We are okay on suspensions. There's new side pods. We've just started the project on those. Just started the project on the front wings. We've got 2 spare chassis. Rear wings. I need more rear wings. So let's make... because we came into this weekend with no spares. So let's make some spares. Oh, wow. 58%. Ooh, they've worn out quick after just one weekend. It was a sprint weekend, so they were used a lot more. But yeah, we stripped a fair bit of strength out of these wings to reduce the weight, and you can see how quickly they're degrading. So we definitely need some spares. Let's see, again, if we rush these, we can get 2 more there. We're going to rush for 3. So we've got the potential to replace one if we need to over the weekend, and still have a couple of spares as well, which we'll probably have to put on the car after the Grand Prix. So there we go. That's all the spare parts that we need to manufacture right now. We've got 4 slots and 10 engineers and plenty of hours to play with. Car 2 has failed its inspection. The front wing has failed already. So we're going to have to put another front wing on the car. Well, we are making new front wings, so we'll do that when we get to race weekend itself. There's no point doing that now. Let's see. Let's check our gearboxes. They are obviously poor. We will leave those in for practice, and then we'll take them out for quali in the race. Car inspection report. There you can see the front wing failed. Our engines 50%, 54% on the ERS, 55%, and the gearboxes, yeah, getting a bit worn. So the engines will last another race before we have to think about taking those out. ERS will probably last another couple of races before we have to think about maybe swapping one of those out. And gearboxes, obviously we're going to swap them for the next Grand Prix. So there's the ATR thing there. F2 race results. So let's have a look at the race results for Formula 2. So in the sprint, Deruvala got the win. Théo Pourchaire in second. Our hero of last season's challenge mode, Freddie Vesti, gets third place. Iwasa in fourth, sets the fastest lap, and Leclerc in fifth, Hadjar sixth, Behrman in eighth. That's a bit of a shock. Let's have a look at the main race. Iwasa with the win, Deruvala second, so that's 2 good results in a row for Deruvala. Behrman gets a podium and the fastest lap in the main. Good result for Hadjar and Pourchaire. Vesti having a poor race, dropping 4 places. Dennis Hauger having a good run. Interesting. Okay, Miami is our next Grand Prix, and we're going to have a wet practice, dry quali, and a dry race. So that will be an interesting one. Right. That is where we're going to end it for tonight, because I am absolutely bursting for the loop. It's been a long old run with that sprint race thrown in as well. We'll be back tomorrow, normal time, 9 p.m, with round 5 as we head to the United States for the Miami Grand Prix. So please do join me for that. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. It's been intense. 2 red flags, and I was not expecting that. but we managed to overcome that despite it breaking our strategy. I'm curious as to how we would have done without the red flags, whether our strategy would have worked or not, the one-stop medium to soft. We'll never know now. But yeah, there we go. Second place and the 6th place. Our first real sniff of winning a Grand Prix. We just didn't quite have enough in the tyres. They were too hot at the end there, and then we ran out of battery and we just couldn't steal it away from Sainz. But we'll have another crack at, hopefully, if not at the United States, then certainly at Imola, which I think is the Grand Prix after that. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager 23 career mode very soon.